Good afternoon, everybody, and happy Tuesday. It's 1 o'clock, and it's Creating Your Healthy Truth with Barb, and that would be me. So welcome. Glad to have you here. Hey, Mary Kay, how are you? So I wanted to talk today about sports drinks. I mean, that's a hot button for me because, you know, the NBA, the NFL, all these sports clubs keep promoting the sports drink to get the electrolytes. Hey, Kath, how are you? And I wanted to clear up some of the myths around this, okay? Granted, you get electrolytes, but you get so much more that you really don't want to get. So I just wanted to go over that today. So number one on my hit list for sport drinks is Gatorade. Now it does say here, prime, perform, recover, proven hydration with electrolytes, contains no fruit juice, and it's kosher. Sounds good, right? But let's look at the ingredient list, okay? The first ingredient is water. The second one is sugar. The third one is dextrose. That's more sugar, okay? It's got citric acid, natural flavors, and if you caught my very first Facebook Live ever, we talked about natural flavors and that there's nothing natural about them, okay? I've come to learn that over 100 different chemicals hide behind the label of natural flavors. You know, I used to wonder if they're so natural, why don't they just put them on the list? But they don't because they're not. So it's got natural flavors, sodium citrate, and monopotassium phosphate, which are your electrolytes. Then it's got modified food starch. Now, food starch on its own is not such a bad thing. But when you modify it, you alter it and it becomes something else. So that's not good. And then it's got red 40, which is a dye, which is carcinogenic. And then it has glycerol ester of rosin, which comes from the trunk of a pine tree, which is not such a bad thing, but they also use it in paints and lacquers. So there's a little bit of, you know, not so sure about that. And then there's caramel colors, which we know is also a carcinogen. Hey, Gina, how are you? So, and then it says, you know, how many calories? 80 calories per 12-ounce serving. In this particular bottle, this is the blue one, is 128 ounces. So if there's 80 calories per 12 ounces, that's 800, that's over almost 1,000 calories in one bottle, if I'm doing my math correctly, which I think I am. So that's not such a good thing either, right? And it says 21 grams of carbohydrates per 12-ounce bottle because carbs are the best fuel for muscles. Replacing them throughout training is essential to performance. And it replenishes better than water. Well, let me tell you, all the ingredients in here, you may get some electrolytes, but all the other stuff that's in this. Hey, Claudette, how are you? Hey, Elaine, welcome aboard, girl. So you may be getting electrolytes, but everything else that's in here is absolutely no good for you. You know, caramel colors, food dyes, sugar, natural flavors. Get some coconut water, but even there you have to put your little glasses on and your detective hat because not all coconut waters are created equal. If you look at the ingredient list, some have sugar added. I know Raw Harvest is a good brand that I would recommend. I mean, I've seen it in Whole Foods. It's not cheap. You know, it's like $4.65, something like that. For I believe it's a 12-ounce or 16-ounce bottle. But so you have to read your ingredient list on everything because I'm telling you, the marketing that's out there on this stuff is really horrific. And they're not thinking about your health, they're thinking about the bottom line. So they want you to keep coming back, you know. So that's Gatorade. So that's my number one off the list. So forget about that. Now we have Powerade, which is another one. The first ingredient in that is water. The second one is, if you can believe it, high fructose corn syrup. I mean, really? Yikes. And then it's got the citric acid. Again, it has the natural flavors, which you know are chemicals. There's nothing natural about them. It's got salt and magnesium chloride, monopotassium phosphate, your electrolytes. And again, it has the modified food starch. and it's got the glycerol ester of rosin. And then it has calcium disodium eta, which is to protect the color. So what the heck? What the heck is that about? Medium chain triglycerides, vitamin B3. It also has red 40 in it, another carcinogen. And P.S., this product includes ingredients sourced from genetically engineered crops, commonly known as GMOs. Now, we all know that GMOs are like, bad news. Loaded with glyphosate, pesticides, toxins, bad. And it's also Coca-Cola, by the way, puts this one out. So that ought to give you a little red flag right there. So that's another one. That's my number 2 off the list. Forget about Powerade. Again, get some coconut water. And now there's this Propel water. The ingredients in that are water. First one, citric acid, sodium hexametaphosphate to protect the flavor. Again, what the heck is that? And I looked that one up and it says frequently consuming sodium hexametaphosphate can result in a wide range of unwanted side effects, including an increased risk for pancreatic cancer. So we want that off the list too, right? Hey Dave, how are you? It's best to avoid this additive if you are only consuming it once in a blue moon. It's not a big deal. But if you're someone that drinks this water twice a day, 3 times a day, every day, you want to get rid of that, okay? And then another one, which isn't really listed as a sports drink, but vitamin water. Oh my God. I didn't print out all the ingredients in that, but I can tell you this. Vitamin water has the equivalent of 3 glazed Krispy Kreme donuts. So whatever vitamins they're putting in there, trust me, it ain't going to help you. With all that sugar in there, forget about it. I think it's got almost 40 grams of sugar in that. And then you have the zero vitamin water, which has the artificial sweeteners in it, which 10% of that is methanol, which when you ingest it, you digest it as formaldehyde. Yeah, formaldehyde, which has an accumulative effect in your body. Your body doesn't process it and get rid of it. So, you know, all the marketing out there to get you in, you know, and all these big sports clubs that keep promoting this stuff, I don't understand it. I just don't. I mean, like I said before, get your coconut water, be sure to read the labels, be sure to read the labels on everything that you purchase, okay? Because there's some things that are in your food that aren't even on the label. Hey, Paul, what's going on, buddy? I was wondering where you were. Wouldn't have been complete without you. So you really do have to read the ingredients. I mean, the sad fact is that there's just so many crazy things going into our food these days. And, you know, like I said before, those companies are not thinking about your health. They're thinking about the bottom line, the flavor, because they want you to drink lots of it. So be aware. And these 3 drinks, the Propel water, the Powerade, and the Gatorade, But what can you drink? You're like, okay, well, you know I say the same thing because I don't drink any diet sodas or anything like that. Sports drinks, forget about it. I drink a lot of water, okay? But in your water, you can put mint, you can put cucumbers. They actually sell these water bottles that have a little compartment where you could put raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, and kind of push it in there and get the natural flavoring from the fruits. So that's something else you can do. But I know sometimes I think, I'll be honest with you, I went out to dinner with my family once, and I eat meat, so I had a grass-fed burger. And, you know, I get tired of drinking water, I'll admit it. And I was like, oh, what the heck, I'll get a Diet Coke. Yeah, I did say that. Unbelievable, but shh, don't spread it around. Hello, goodbye. And because I just wanted something different. A glass of water with my burger just wasn't doing it for me. Oh my God, I took 1 sip of that and I couldn't even drink it. It was absolutely disgusting. It's been years since I had that. And but I will confess, I did succumb to trying it. And then the other things out there, like lemonade and stuff, it's just too sweet for me. You know, I am a sweet person, but, you know, I don't eat a lot of sweets. I hardly eat any sweets, really. But, you know, so those really don't work for me either. So I understand the dilemma that it's not easy to find something that's a healthy drink. You know, I drink traditional medicinal teas, you know, like the detox tea, the dandelion root tea. I know that probably doesn't flip your switch, but I like it, you know. So I just wanted you to be aware, because I see wherever I go and kids are playing sports, they have cases of Gatorade for them. And, you know, it's really not doing them any justice. So I wanted you to know that that is my tip for the day. I hope you learned something from it. You know, I actually, before I sign off, I met a woman at an event, and I was talking to her, and she was telling me she was on high cholesterol medication. She's a type 2 diabetic. And actually I was presenting, and I had Gatorade in my presentation, and she was shocked because she likes Gatorade. She drinks a lot of Gatorade, and she's a type 2 diabetic. That is like the worst thing if you're diabetic, to be drinking Gatorade, you know, loaded with sugar. So you want to stay away from that. So just a little story for you. So I hope you learned something from today. And if you are, I mean, this is a judgment-free zone. I tell my clients, I tell everybody that. If you are someone who drinks these drinks going forward, you know, make a change. You know, get some coconut water, lots of electrolytes in that. And it's going to be a switch, you know, because it's sugar and all the other stuff that your buds are used to. But as you switch and make, you know, lifestyle changes and changes in your diets, the need for that and the craving for sugar, trust me, because it happened for me, you just don't have it, you know. So anyway, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you have a great week. It's awesome hanging out with you. I missed you yesterday. So rock on. If you know anybody who's one of these sports drink guys and girls that dig on that stuff, spread the word. If each one of us could reach one, imagine the effect we could have, right? Okay? So have an awesome week, and I will see you next Monday. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hey, Mare, what's going on, girl? All right, take care. Bye-bye. Oh, and listen, if you drink something different than what I said, that you feel good about, that you think is good, post it in the comments. Okay? Or if you have any questions about that, put it in the comments. Also, I will put the link in there. Last week I did my live on our fabulous trip to Sicily that we're doing in September. Oh my God, we are so excited. And we're all jazzed up about that. So I will put the link in there. The information, everything that we're doing is in there. We're offering $300 off the price if you register by April 10th. And there you have it. So life is good. Hope yours is too. And see you next week. Take care. Bye.